All right, today we're going to tackle one of the most powerful and, let's be real, one of the trickiest words in the English language. And that word is wish.
Think about it for a second. What do regrets, daydreams, and even complaints have in common? It's a good question, right? Well, they all come from this gap between the world as it is and the world as we want it to be. And the one little word that bridges that gap, that expresses all of it, yep, it's wish.
So this is the most important thing to get right off the bat. Wish is what we use when we're talking about something that's, well, not real. It's hypothetical, it's imaginary, it's contrary to fact. If you can just lock in that one idea, that wish takes us out of reality, you're already halfway to mastering it. Seriously.
All right, let's break this down. First up, we're going to talk about wishing about the present. You know those moments, right? When you just look around at your current situation and think, oh, I wish this was different. Like right now.
So for the present, you've got two main tools in your toolkit, and they're super simple. If you want to change a situation, the formula is subject plus wish plus past simple. But if you're talking about an ability you want, you're going to use subject plus wish plus could plus verb. Let's actually see what that looks like.
Okay, check this out. I wish I knew more about economics. See what's happening? We're using a past tense verb, knew, to talk about something we want right now. And you might be thinking, wait, why past tense for the present? Well, that's the trick. That past tense is like a little flag that tells the listener, hey, this isn't real, this is a wish. The reality is, I don't know more. That's why I'm wishing.
And here is that second tool from our toolkit. I wish I could speak Spanish fluently. This is all about an ability, a skill that I just don't have at the moment. That word could is the key here. It's our magic word for wishing we had a different talent or capability.
Okay, so we've handled the present. Now let's take a step back in time. We're moving on to the past, and this is where we get into the heavy stuff, talking about the things that are totally unchangeable, our regrets.
Now, the cool thing is when we talk about the past, it actually gets a little simpler. There's really only one formula you gotta know. Subject plus wish plus past perfect. Just think of that had plus the verb. That's your verbal time machine. It zaps you right back into the past and signals, I'm talking about a regret.
Man, you can just feel the regret in this sentence, can't you? I wish I had studied harder for the exam. That had studied says it all. It tells you the exam is done, the opportunity is gone, and there's absolutely nothing that can be done about it now. That is pure 100% regret.
Okay, on to our third and final category. And this one has a totally different vibe. We're not talking about quiet daydreams or sad regrets anymore. Nope, this is for when you're annoyed, you're impatient, and you want something or someone to change their behavior like yesterday. The secret ingredient for this kind of wish is the word would. The formula is pretty straightforward. Subject plus wish plus would plus verb. This is your go-to structure whenever you're complaining and you want to show you're frustrated with something someone else is doing.
And this leads us to the absolute golden rule for this structure. It's a super important one, so listen up. You use this to complain about other people. So, I wish you would stop complaining. Perfect. But you can't, and I mean cannot, use it on yourself. Saying, I wish I would study harder is just wrong. For yourself, you have to go back to that first rule we learned. I wish I studied harder. Got it? This one is only for complaining about others.
So there you have it, the 3 core ways to use wish. You've got the basics down. So, you ready to level up? Let's dive into a couple of advanced points that will turn you from a student into a real pro.
Okay, this is a classic mix-up, wish versus hope. But the difference is actually super clear, and it all boils down to one word, possibility. Wish is for things that are unreal or just feel impossible. Hope, on the other hand, is for things that are possible, things that could actually happen. So, I wish it wouldn't rain tomorrow kind of implies you've checked the forecast and it's looking bad. But I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow means, hey, there's still a chance for sun.
And what about that other phrase, if only? This one's easy. Just think of if only as I wish, but with the drama turned up to 11. It's like I wish on steroids. The grammar rules are exactly the same, it just adds a ton of emotion and emphasis. You know, I wish I were rich is a daydream. If only I were rich. Now that's the beginning of a whole dramatic story.
All right, enough talk. Theory is one thing, but making it stick is all about practice. You've seen all the rules, you've seen the examples, now it's time for your final challenge. Let's see if you can put it all together.
Okay, first sentence. I wish I am taller. What's wrong with this picture? Think back to our very first rule. What do we need to do when we're wishing about a present situation that isn't true? You got it. The answer is, I wish I were taller. We got to use that past tense to show that we're in wishland, where things aren't real. And hey, bonus points if you used were instead of was. Well, you might hear was in casual conversation. Were is the classic, super correct choice for these unreal situations.
All right, ready for round 2? Here's the sentence. She wishes she didn't say that yesterday. The key to cracking this one is a single word in that sentence. What's the big clue, and what does it tell you?
Nailed it. The clue was yesterday. Since we're talking about a regret in the past, we have to use the past perfect. So the correct sentence is, she wishes she hadn't said that yesterday. You can't change the past, and this grammar proves it. Awesome job.
And that brings us to the end. I want to leave you with this question, because at the end of the day, grammar isn't just a bunch of boring rules, right? It's a toolbox. It's the set of tools we use to express the most human things about ourselves, our deepest regrets, our wildest daydreams, and even our frustrations with the world around us. It gives a voice to the gap between reality and desire. So now that you've got the tools, what's one thing you truly wish for?